metallic skies, and the dampness is catching the tracking of sighs. The traffic has vanished, the center line clear, marking the baseline of the end of the year. You're already blocks away, hitting 95 straight, heading for a runway past the Harbor House gate, while I'm left behind at the edge of the curve, with no timber layout left to disrupt or disturb. 10 feet above the asphalt on a rusted steel pole, a heavy glass fixture is taking control. No flashing red indicators, no emergency cries, just a low voltage sentence under falling down skies. And there's only the street lamp humming alone tonight, a sodium yellow frequency out of your sight, vibrating in isolation, a systematic buzz, grounding the ghost of what everything was. You get the progress, the exit ramp, the views, while the static is breaking me to clear out your blues. Yeah, the layout is empty, the architecture clears, and the high voltage fallout of our 5 golden years. The arc tube is leaking, it's electrical gray. Throw the uninsulated casing where the current decay. You walk through your new city looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene, boasting to the neighborhood how you navigated the cold like a natural legend whose walkways never fold. You don't track the blisters or the grease on the stone, or the mechanical transformer taking the surge all alone. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost buried deep under the bracket where the leverage hurts most. Throwing ghostly geometry flat upon the floor, holding up your universe past the heavy front door. Is it a sanctuary or an administrative crime to liquidate your life force 1 kilowatt at a time? The internal walls buckle, the metallurgy thins, and I don't know where the wire ends or the blackout begins. Golden years, keep the current low, let the yellow bulb fade, the loneliest lighthouse that we painstakingly made. Pneumatic doors hissed open with a heavy cold inside. Under the dark architecture of a charcoal gray sky, I stepped off the curb, leaving our baseline behind, to seek out a coordinate I've yet to design. I found an empty space right by the emergency door, where the steel frame was shaking flat over the floor. A worn green vinyl bench, a generic layout, meant to ferry the masses far away from their doubt. You were already blocks away, hitting 95 clear, leaving me the invoice in the edge of the year, while the fabric beneath me holds a localized stain, a damn textured memory that smells just like rain. And I'm trapped in a bus seat, it smells like rain tonight, moving down the highway, completely out of your sight. The windshield is blurry, the architecture clears, in the suffocating transit of our 5 golden years. You get the hot rise, the future, the stride, while the moisture is crushing the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is sluggish, the inventory bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. The windows are fogging from the mechanical heat as the tires throw a quiet hiss onto the street. You walk through your new marketplace, looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene, boasting to the neighborhood how you conquer the cold like a natural legend whose walkways never fold. You don't track the fragments left down in the silt or the uncredited scaffold where your kingdom was built. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost buried deep in the public transit where the stillness hurts most, counting up the telephone poles left by the door, holding up your universe flat on the floor. Is it a sanctuary or a transport set crime to evaporate your geography one stop at a time? The internal walls buckle, the diesel line thins, and I don't know where the highway ends or the blackout begins. And I'm trapped in a bus seat that smells like rain tonight, moving down the highway, completely out of your sight. The windshield is blurry, the architecture clears, in the suffocating transit of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the stride, while the moisture is crushing the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is sluggish, the inventory bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. Pull the stop cord, let the windows blur, the final cold exit from everything you were. The wooden post is tilting at a sharp 45 degree, right beside the tire tracks where you used to look for me. A 3-foot piece of plywood with a bold commercial font, itemizing every boundary that you no longer want. You were packing up the trunks, deciding on flights to a sun-blind horizon with no cold-spotted nights. You needed the appraisal, needed capital to clear, to establish your expansion at the ending of the year. So you drove the iron stake down deep into the clay, washing the alignment of our 5 winters away. I didn't call a courtroom, didn't block the front gate, I just watched the slush settle on the ledger of our fate. And there's only a for sale sign in the mud tonight, a real estate transaction out of your line of sight. The ink is all running, the architecture clears in the depreciating market of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the liquid asset of you, while while the listing is breaking me to deliver it to you. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory bag, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. The telephone number is beginning to smear and fade underneath the canvas where the sacrifices were made. You walk through your new terminal looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene, boasting to the neighbors how you navigated the cold, like a natural legend whose credit never fold. You don't track the ruts or the split level load, or the biological runtime that I spent on this road. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the grass where the stillness hurts most, and uncredited foreclosure by the heavy front door, holding up your universe flat on the floor. Is it a sanctuary or an administrative crime to liquidate your acreage $1 at a time? The internal walls buckle, the collateral thins, and I don't know where the holding ends or the blackout begins. There's only a for sale sign in the mud tonight, real estate transaction out of your line of sight. The ink is all running, the architecture clears in the depreciating market of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the liquid asset, the view, while the listing is breaking me to deliver it to you. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory bag, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. Let the timber tilt, let the property line fade, the unbuilt tomorrow that we painstakingly made. Two heavy iron eye bolts are screwed into the beam, exposing the raw anchor of our broken down dream. The timber is bare where the hooks used to swing, balancing the baseline of our 5 winter thing. You took the cedar slats, took the custom-made frame to hang in the showroom of your upcoming name. You needed the luxury, need emotions of grace to decorate the layout of your new city space, while I'm left standing on the porch in the gray, watching the chain links just rust and decay. I didn't step back, didn't block the front door, I just tracked the shadow left flat on the floor. And there's only a missing swing on the porch tonight, a hollow suspension out of your line of sight. The hardware is hanging, the architecture clears, and the uncredited run off of our 5 golden years. You get the progress, the comfort, the views, while the empty space is breaking me to clear your blues. Yeah, the baseline is shallow, the inventory bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. The afternoon light hits the white painted floor, exposing the vacuum by the heavy front door. You walk through your new marketplace, looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene, boasting to the neighborhood how you conquered the freeze, like a natural legend whose struts never cease. You don't track the holes or the cracks in the wood, or the structural secret where the centerpiece stood. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the rafters where the quiet hurts most. A dead-end coordinate left out in the air with no structural pattern, no one standing there. Is it a sanctuary or an architectural crime to dissolve your own centerpiece, one link at a time? The internal walls buckle, the lack of glaze thins, and I don't know where the draft ends or the blackness begins. There's only a missing swing on the porch tonight, a hollow suspension out of your line of sight. The hardware is hanging, the architecture clears, and the uncredited runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the progress, the comfort, the views, while the empty space is breaking me to clear your blues. Yeah, the baseline is shallow, the inventory bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. Leave the hooks bare, let the iron loops rust. The centerpiece vanished, turning to dust. The spokes are all warping by the perimeter gate, where the vegetation's locking down the ledger of our fate. A two-wheeled alignment, a classic steel frame, left out in the margins of your localized blame. You were picking out luggage, choosing numbers for flights to a sun-blind horizon with no cold spotted nights. You needed the clearance, needed speed for your stride, so you left the chain, throwing all its grease on the side. The sprocket is frozen, the brake cable's dry under the dark architecture of a charcoal gray sky. And the wild rise climbing through the fork in the rim, in the separate kingdom where the daylight goes dim. And there's only a rusted bite in the tall grass tonight, a static velocity out of your line of sight. The iron is flaking, the architecture clears, in the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high-rise attraction, the views, while the metal is pitting to clear out your blues. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory starts, as the centerpiece buckles and slips into the dark. The handlebars tilt at a sharp 45, a race line in the pathways that kept us alive. You walk through your new marketplace, looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene. Ghost into the crowd, how you navigated the code, like a natural legend whose walkways never fold, never tracking the fractures or the biological cost off the hidden set winner where my balance was lost. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the canopy where the dampness hurts most. An uncredited landmark left out by the door, holding up the universe flat on the floor. Is it a sanctuary or an environmental crime to dissolve your own transit one micron at a time? The internal walls buckle, the metallurgy thins, and I don't know where the garden ends or the blackout begins. stark setting where the motion went dead. The water lines are empty and the copper pipes freeze as the midnight environment drops 0 degrees. I'm sitting at the baseline of the kitchen table glare, moving 3 paces an hour through a room with no air. You were packing the suitcases, choosing the trains to escape the alignment of our 5 winter strains. You didn't look down at the desktop, didn't check the design or the biological runtime, leaving the center of mine. I hosted the blizzards, kept the structural walls tight, to ensure that your summer stayed smooth and stayed bright. But the lock on the speech line has been holding so long that the vocabulary withered right out of the song. And I'm living with a throat dry from not speaking tonight. A swallowed vocabulary completely out of sight. Chords are rigid, the architecture clears in the suffocating vacuum of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the view, while the flatness is crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the baseline is broken, the alignment is stark as the silent choke settles and slips into the dark. Doesn't feature a single blemish or stain to show the uncredited courtroom where I swallowed your blame. You walk through your new terminal looking so clean and white, with the pristine identity turning straight into the light, boasting to the neighborhood how you conquered the cold like a natural legend whose credit never fold, never tracking the fractures or the biological cost of the hidden sad winter where my balance was lost. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost buried deep under the gypsum where the stillness hurts most. I tightened my jawline, kept my palms in my coat with a 3,000-volt panic stuck deep in my throat. Is it a sanctuary or an anatomical crime to evaporate your own life force, one sentence at a time? The internal walls buckle, the calcium thins, and I don't know where the whisper ends or the blackout begins. And I'm living with a throat dry from not speaking tonight. Swallow vocabulary completely out of sight. The vocal cords are rigid, the architecture clears in the suffocating vacuum of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the view, while the flatness is crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the baseline is broken, the alignment is stark as the silent choke settles and slips into the dark. Lock the raw mouth, let the breath turn to stone. The final cold setting, swallowing all alone. The galvanized roof has a 6-inch decay where the rainwater targets the plastic and clay. I push back the bolt on the rotting wood door to find the old layout flat over the floor. custom pine chest with a rope handle grip left behind at the baseline of your sudden set trip. You were packing your luggage, selecting new songs to escape from the pressure of our freezing out stones. You didn't look down at the tools or the shelf or the uncredited room where I buried myself. So I stayed in the dark on the cobwebs and gray, watching the primary colors just fade and decay. And there's only a toy box left in the shed tonight, a plastic containment out of your line of sight. The hinges are rusted, the architecture clears in the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the stride, while the lock lid is crushing the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory stark is the childhood blueprint slip into the dark. On the lid is beginning to blur behind the damp grease and the track in a fur. You walk through your new city looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene, boasting to the neighborhood how you conquered the cold like a natural legend whose alignment never fold. You don't track the fragments left down in the silt or the uncredited vault where your kingdom was built. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost buried deep under the rafters where the dampness hurts most. An empty indicator right out by the door, holding up your universe flat on the floor. Is it a sanctuary or a domestic crime to evaporate a history one object at a time? The internal walls buckle, the insulation thins, and I don't know where the timber ends or the blackout begins. Clears in the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the stride, while the lock lid is crushing the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory stark is the childhood blueprint slip into the dark. Snap the padlock shut, leave the dust inside. The ultimate ceiling where the promises died. The ground frost is locking down the perimeter wall, and the blades have grown ragged where the shadows fall. A chaotic geometry, a 12-inch green, choking out the baseline of a showroom serene. You were packing the suitcases, deciding on flights to an open-air horizon with no cold spotted nights. You didn't look down at the yard by the gate or the biological acid left to balance your hate. The mower is broken, the fuel tank went dry under the dark architecture of a charcoal gray sky. So I watched the rice stiffen, watched the clover go gray as the last of our 5-year alignment wash away. And there's only an uncut lawn in November out here, a frozen abandonment at the end of the year. The landscape is choking, the architecture clears in the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. crushing the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory stark as the centerpiece hardens and slips into the dark. It slips into the dark. The text is still tracking where the boundaries delete. In the uncredited weeds right under our feet. You walk through your new marketplace looking so clean, a beautiful version of an April serene. Boast into the neighborhood how you conquer the cold, like a natural legend whose walkways never fold. You don't track the blisters or the frostbitten skin, or the uncredited courtroom that I was living within. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the grass where the stillness hurts most. Leaving in the managed graveyard right out by the door, holding up your universe flat on the floor. Is it a sanctuary or a botanical crime to liquidate your framework one blade at a time? The internal walls buckle, the calcium thins, and I don't know where the garden ends or the blackout begins. And the architecture clears in the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the stride, while the overgrown canopy is crushing the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory stark as the centerpiece hardens and slips into the dark. Let the frost back, leave the grass high, the wildest boundary under a grayscale sky. The bedroom is stripped down to raw plaster walls, and the silence is heavy as the midnight pack falls. I'm flat on the floorboards where the alignment went gray, staring right up at the end of our day. You're out on the highway hitting 85 clear, marking the baseline of the edge of the year. As you sweep round the corner of the circular track, the high beam refraction throws a quiet attack. A mobile geometry sweeping white glare, cutting right through the uninsulated air. I don't turn my head, don't call out your name, I just watch the layout of your ultimate blame. And there's only headlights painting the ceiling tonight, moving distortion out of your line of sight. The white streaks are gliding, the architecture clears in the phantom projection of our 5 golden years. You get the progress, the exit ramp, the view, all the flashlights are crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the baseline is shifting, the inventory stark as the long beams roll over and slip into the dark. The shadows expand in a structural arc, tracing the coordinates left deep in my spark. You walk through your new city looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene. Boasting to the neighbors how you navigated the cold, like a natural legend whose walkways never fold. You don't track the vectors or the ghost pains in line, or the uncredited shield in this framework of mine. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost buried deep under the rafters where the sharpness hurts most. Watching the light arc sweep the molding floor, holding up the universe by the heavy front door. Is it a sanctuary or an optical crime? To liquidate your presence one projection at a time. The internal walls buckle, the plasterboard thins, and I don't know where the light ends or the blackness begins. Lights painting the ceiling tonight, a moving distortion out of your line of sight. The white streaks are gliding, the architecture clears in the phantom projection of our 5 golden years. You get the progress, the exit ramp, the view, while the flashlights are crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the baseline is shifting, the inventory start as the long beams roll over and slip into the dark. Watch the white lines fade, the final cold shadows that we painstakingly made. The structural header is bowing beneath the top track, bracing for panels of fiberglass painted in black. A 16-foot barrier, a heavy mechanical seal, locking the baseline of what we no longer feel. You hit the remote transmitter at 2:45, unlocking the perimeter gate to clear out from me. You didn't look down at the hinges, the cable, the drum, or track the exact localized second the winter had come. I stood in the bay under single bulb warehouse glare, watching the motorized carriage lift into the air. But now it's rolled down an unyielding perimeter wall, trapping the exhaust fumes and static inside of the hall. And I'm just staring at the garage door tonight, a solid black rectangle blocking your flight. The torsion springs rigid, the architecture clears, and the windowless fallout of our 5 golden years. You hit the highway, the transit, the view, while the steel reinforced bottom is crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the layout is empty, the alignment is bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. The weather strips flatten right down to the cold concrete floor, sealing the interior clean from the upcoming roar. Off the traffic you navigate far out on the coast, where you boast to your office about your transactional ghost. You tell the whole neighborhood how you survive the deep freeze, like a natural legend whose bearings can never once cease. But you don't feel the shared stress expanding along the track lines, or the uncredited lift arms that balanced your perfect designs. I'm a functional appliance, a structural box, hidden shield, left idling in darkness behind an uncredited field. Is it a sanctuary or a mechanical crime to lower your barriers one click at a time? The internal walls buckle, the cable break thins, and I don't know where the holding ends or the blackout begins. frozen springs rigid. The architecture clears in the windowless fallout of our 5 golden years. You get the highway, the transit, the view, while the steel reinforced bottom is crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the layout is empty, the alignment is bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. Unplug the main motor, let the track rollers freeze. The absolute boundary, past the reach of your breeze. Ceramic cylinder sits heavy on the counterform, where the kitchen environment used to stay warm. A black mirror liquid under fluorescent tube glare, marking the baseline of a room with no air. You were miles away, hitting 70 on the dial, tracking the trajectory for your sun-blind smile. You didn't look down at the dark bitter cup, or the metric ton exhaustion that I had to drink up, to ensure that your runway stayed smooth and stayed white, while I hosted the panic in the middle of night. I didn't step back, didn't make a loud plea, I just watched the grease settle on the layout of me. And there's only a cold cup of midnight coffee tonight, a bit of preservation out of your line of sight. The caffeine is stagnant, the architecture clears in the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the transit, the stride, while the oil is skinning the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is sluggish, the inventory stark, as the centerpiece hardens and slips into the dark. The morning light hits like a prosecutor's blade, exposing the alignment where the fractures were made. You walk through your new terminal, looking so clean, accepting the praise of a morning serene. Boasting to the neighbors how you navigated the cold, like a natural legend whose credit never fold. You don't track the blisters or the uncredited gash that I host in the subfloor to prevent the big crash. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the porcelain where the stillness hurts most. Left sitting abandoned by the stove, burn a plate holding up your universe past the closing of the gate. Is it a sanctuary or an administrative crime to liquidate your framework one drop at a time? The internal walls buckle, the calcium thins, and I don't know where the draft ends or the blackout begins. Midnight coffee tonight, a bit of preservation out of your line of sight. Caffeine is stagnant, the architecture clears, the suffocating runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the transit, the stride, while the oil is skinning the marrow inside. Yeah, the baseline is vanished, the inventory stark, as the centerpiece hardens and slips into the dark. liquid down, leave the mug in the sink. The final cold setting pushed right to the brink. All stained concrete is a grid under the moon, refracting the freeze of our final afternoon. 30 linear feet of unshooted asphalt space, right at the exact baseline of our layout space. Your customized sedan used to anchor the right side, vibrating with the velocity of your commercial pride. But you backed out the gate at 2:45, leaving the metric ton vacuum right next to me. The tire tracks are white with the salt of the road, marking the perimeter where the current exploded. I didn't wave goodbye, didn't block the front gate. I just stood in the dark with the ledger of our fate. In the driveway is empty spots tonight. I'm missing geometry out of your line of sight. The gravel is loose, the architecture clears, and the uncredited fallout of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the highway, the view, while the open space is breaking me to clear out the blues. Yeah, the baseline is shallow, the alignment is bad, staring down at the markers of the life we almost had. The morning sun, it's like a prosecutor's blade, exposing the stains where the hydraulic lines decayed. You walk through your new terminal looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene. Boast into your office how you navigated the cold, like a natural legend whose credit never fold. You don't track the ruts or the crack in the stone, or the mechanical undercarriage that took the hit alone. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the driveway where the pressure hurts most. An empty rectangle right by the front door, holding up your universe flat on the floor. Is it a sanctuary or a transport set crime? To liquidate your grid lines one space at a time. Internal walls buckle, the transmission thins, and I don't know where the asphalt ends or the blackout begins. Empty spots tonight. I'm missing geometry out of your line of sight. The gravel is loose, the architecture clears, and the uncredited fallout of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the highway, the view, while the open space is breaking me to clear out the blues. Yeah, the baseline is shallow, the alignment is bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. Leave the stone bare, let the oil spots dry. The emptiest boundary under a grayscale sky. The lid has been open since the middle of May, exposing the alignment of a 3-chord decay. 88 panels of ivory and bone, buried long ago under dust-settled stone. You thought the arrangement would float on the breeze, just a magical rhythm across our showrooms and trees. But you packed up the sheet music, turned toward the car, completely unconcerned with where the flat notes are. So I stayed in the parlor under dimming white light, watching the gray powder settle heavy and tight, locking down the secrets that the architecture hid right along the baseline of what we never did. And there's only the dust on the piano keys tonight, a mute gray frequency out of your line of sight. The board is all covered, the architecture clears in the suffocating silence of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the transit, the view, while the static accumulation is caving in you. Yeah, the baseline is buried, the inventory's dark as the unplayed melody slips into the dark. Hammers are stiff behind the dark mahogany wall. You know bullets strike through the weight of the fall. You walk through your new city looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene. Boast into the crowd how you navigated the cold, like a natural legend who's alive and never fold. You don't track the fragments left down on the felt, or the uncredited acoustics where your kingdom knelt. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep in the woodwork where the quiet hurts most. And non-zero index, a leftover trace, holding up your universe in the corner of space. Is it a sanctuary or a harmonic crime to suffocate your speech lines 1 micron at a time? The internal walls buckle, the soundboard thins, and I don't know where the ivory ends or the blackness begins. Into the dark, close the fallboard down, let the chords go cold, the quietest graveyard that the floorboards hold. The white dashed lines expand like an infinite tape under a night sky that has lost any shape. The green glowing dashboard illuminates the track, counting up the assets we can never buy back. I hit 75 at the mile marker sign, leaving the perimeter of your leg time. You were already checking into rooms by the coast, leaving the seat for a transactional ghost, while I'm left navigating the concrete plane. A metric ton vacuum that swallows the pain. The pavement is throwing a wet, steady hiss on the uninsulated undercarriage of a highway like this. And it's the endless stretch of interstate tonight, a linear projection completely outside. The overpass is looming, the architecture clears in the separate winter of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the view, while the flatness is crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the baseline is lonely, the alignment is dark as the concrete horizon traps the last of my spark. The poets write lyrics of your beautiful stance, how you walk through the blizzard with a victory dance, boasting to your new town how you conquered the cold, like your liquid investments could never be full. But they don't see the tire tracks expanding in line, or the structural secret in this framework of mine. I'm a functional appliance, a credit line shield buried under the asphalt of a frozen outfield. I masked every shutter, I swallowed the grit to ensure that your summer didn't suffer from it. Now the lane lights stay static, the alignment is dead, an unread graveyard of the things never said. Is it a sanctuary or a transport set crime to liquidate your geography 1 mile at a time? The transmission thins, and I don't know where the road ends or the memory begins. And it's the endless stretch of interstate tonight, a linear projection completely outside. The overpass is looming, the architecture clears in the separate winter of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the view, while the flatness is crushing the marrow of you. Yeah, the baseline is lonely, the alignment is dark as the concrete horizon traps the last of my spark. Adjust the glass angle, look straight at the road, the emptiest transit for our final long load. Ten inches right of the brass-plated hinge, behind the heavy wool layers where the shadows impinges. A vertical column of pencil-line streaks marking the baseline of our 5 winter weeks. A technical layout, a 6-inch scale to calculate growth before the system went stale. You used to stand rigid against the wood face, measuring stature across our showroom space. But you packed up your luggage, turned toward the car, completely unconcerned with where the high marks are. So I stayed in the bedroom under dim and white light, watching the graphite lines fade in the middle of the night. And there's only the marks on the closet door tonight, a linear measurement out of your line of sight. The pencil is smudging, the architecture clears in the uncredited runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the life we almost had. The wood grain is splitting right along the frame line, where the wood screws are structural to your track and mine. You walk through your new marketplace looking so clean, a beautiful version of a summer serene, boasting to the neighborhood how you conquered the cold, like a natural legend who's a lime and never fold. You don't track the notches left down in the core, or the uncredited shield by the kitchen press door. I'm a functional appliance, a transactional ghost, buried deep under the gypsum where the stillness hurts most. An empty ledger right out by the wall, holding up your universe flat in the hall. Is it a sanctuary or an administrative crime to erase your own stature one notch at a time? The internal walls buckle, the lacquer glaze thins, and I don't know where the draft ends or the blackout begins. Closet door tonight, a linear measurement out of your line of sight. The pencil is smudging, the architecture clears, and the uncredited runoff of our 5 golden years. You get the high rise, the future, the view, while the vertical matrix is breaking you. Yeah, the baseline is shallow, the inventory bad, staring down at the metrics of the life we almost had. Close the panels tight, let the numbers fade. The unrecorded growth